Afghan President Ashraf Ghani has announced a unilateral ceasefire to mark the Eid al-Adha festivities. President Ghani stated that the ceasefire would hold only if the Taliban agreed to it. Ghani also says that the Afghan government has removed all obstacles for a long-lasting peace through these unprecedented steps. Taliban sources say their leaders had also provisionally agreed to the 4-day truce during the annual Islamic Feast of Sacrifice, although a Taliban leader Hebatullah Akhundzada still has to give his final approval. Residents on the Indonesian resort island of Bali fled their homes after a series of earthquakes. No casualties have been reported in Bali, but authorities say that the earthquake had killed at least one person in Lombok. A Bali resident who showed the damage caused to his home by the previous earthquakes says he was still traumatized from the frequent tremors that have hit the islands in the recent weeks. Brazil's northeastern state of Alagoas has declared a 180-day state of emergency in 38 cities due to drought and water shortage, which have affected over 2 lakh people based on government records. According to experts, regional development is one of the primary reasons behind the fast desertification process. The Brazilian government has decided to allocate 14,000 Brazilian real to the affected areas. The military will also join hands in this fight against drought. Palestinians in the occupied West Bank are about to receive mail delayed by Israel for the past 8 years. Postal workers have been sorting through thousands of mail sacks in the West Bank city of Jericho for the past several days after Israeli authorities allowed the entry of the letters and packages from neighboring Jordan. The 10.5 tons of mail had been held in Jordan since 2010 because Israel would not permit their direct transfer to the Palestinian Authority in the West Bank. Health workers in a western district of Uganda are monitoring a suspected case of Ebola. Doctors say that the patient exhibited symptoms similar to that of the disease and they are waiting for laboratory tests to confirm his status. A few kilometers from the isolation center, an intense screening exercise is being conducted at the Busunga entry point by Uganda's border with the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Dashan Cafe London threw open its doors to hundreds of the short but long dogs and their owners in the shade of St. Paul's Cathedral, with all canine visitors receiving free puppuccinos and a bag of popcorn. Pop-up event organizers Pug Cafe teamed up with the Happenstance restaurant near the cathedral to host the sold-out one-day pooch party. The 5th Pug Cafe has hosted around the country for Dashan lovers and their pets. Ice cream-shaped puppies are on the menu at a restaurant in Taiwan. The ice cream puppies look almost too real to eat but are made of chocolate, milk tea or peanut-flavored ice cream. The ice cream is frozen at -30 degrees Celsius, so it will keep shaped long enough for staff to color the puppy's eyes with chocolate sauce. One puppy ice cream takes about 5 hours to make and customers can devour the small ones for $3.50 and larger ones for $5.90. News from India, there was respite from the rains in most parts of the southern state of Kerala, with red alert being lifted from several districts. India's Met Department says that the rainfall intensity has decreased and no heavy rainfall is expected in the next 4 days. Incessant downpours since August 8 have caused the worst floods in a century in the southern state, and over 350 people have perished in the rising waters and landslides. Authorities fear an outbreak of disease among over 700,000 people crammed into relief camps in Kerala. India's military continues to lead rescue operations to reach people in communities cut off for days, with many trapped on roofs and upper floors and in desperate need of food and clean water. Rescue teams were focused on Chenganur on the banks of the Pamba River, where about 5,000 people are feared to be trapped. People across India held special prayers for victims and people suffering by the floods in southern Kerala state. In southern Rameshwaram city, a group of locals offered floral tributes to the departed souls. Similar scenario was witnessed in northern cities of Kanpur and Varanasi of Uttar Pradesh state, where people chanted hymns and performed Hindu rituals. Pope Francis called for solidarity and help from the international community for people affected by flooding in Kerala, which has caused widespread death and destruction. Pope said that Catholic Church was working to bring help to the people of Kerala and urged those gathered in the Vatican Square to pray for those who had died and all the people affected by the calamity.